All right, let's get it going. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Darian Jones of Honor Kings and Sons. Welcome to Honor Kings and Sons TV podcast. I'm excited to be here. It is a beautiful Monday, January 29th. The month is technically over, and everybody's getting ready for Black History Month. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of programs happening all across South Florida, all across the country. It's going to be an exciting time, an exciting year. We've had so many things take place. We had a lot of wins last year, in the Black community. A lot of people were just pioneering different industries. I saw a lot of things in aviation. I saw a lot of things in sports. I saw a lot of things in culinary. I saw a lot in education. So big shout out to all of those people that definitely are, striving for excellence. So just to let you guys know, I dropped my first skit. It is on TikTok and it is on Instagram. I was just testing out, how I would be able to put out a skit. And I'm always having ideas, always being a creative person. So I put it out, and I'm getting some comments here and there. It's the first one. I don't expect to go viral, but definitely you guys will be seeing more of that. So be sure to check it out. I'm not sure what I'm going to call my characters yet, but I'm going to see what happens and go from there. Things are just going great overall. So definitely you guys are going to be getting more episodes from the Dark Files. Be sure to check out the Dark Files. It is a series of me sharing a real story of how I came to the point of taking entrepreneurship seriously, taking money seriously, taking life seriously. And not to say that I wasn't ever taking it seriously. It simply was the fact that, I just had I had like a certain programmed look of life. I went to school. I came out of college with no debt. I'm blessed for that. Got married, had kids, and I'm a faith-based person. Like I said, I'm a Christian. I love Jesus Christ. And, I just saw my life unraveling bit by bit. And I'm like, there's just more to life, I can honestly say I had that it's more to life experience. And I said, I just started to question everything around me. And when I started having tough situations happen to me, I was like, yeah, definitely for sure. We got to see what's going on with this. It's just been an interesting journey with that, and creating my business and pushing my brand. And I'm just, thankful and blessed to be in a position to do these kind of things. So definitely with the Dark Files, people are going to be asking more questions about it. Right now I got 12 episodes out, and I've covered, I would say, a decent basis. This narrative is going to go on for a while. I'm not going to tell you guys my end goal. We'll just, we'll ride this wave. But so far I just covered, different things. I talked about, very briefly what my world was like when I was a little kid, and pretty much just being born and, growing up straight in the church, being around different communities, and, what happened when I started to get the first taste of what real life was like. But obviously I'm a novice to it, and I will say this, that it's 2024, and I love social media. Let me tell you something. People can say what they want, but I'm a firm believer that there are certain things that God allows to leave the invisible world and enter the visible world. And whether people like it or not, whether people say it's to our detriment, ultimately, if you look at it, it's really for us to maximize on. And I love social media because social media brings, every narrative that you wouldn't be able to hear 40, 50 years ago. And it would actually take 40, 50 years before a documentary would maybe be released about it. You can hear about it every single day. So I love the fact that social media allows everybody's story, everybody's life, everybody's reality to be available for the world to see in real time. And I feel like some people capitalize on that so that they could not only show the narrative that they've been living, but create their own narrative. So I don't really, I don't bash anybody for the different platforms they create with social media. I know right now there are a lot of people who, just get largely upset because of people gravitating to social media simply because a lot of those people they feel just don't have what it takes to steward, a social media platform. But it's 2024. Like we have to really, accept the fact. Like we've seen these patterns. Something comes out. We don't know if it's going to be good or bad for human beings, right? We haven't determined that yet. But we know that good, bad, ugly, demonic, whatever you want to call it, that follows anything. It follows people. It follows, creation. It follows everything. So we know that when something comes out, good, bad, ugly, all of that is going to follow it. So if a person is out here and they're getting involved in social media, you can't get mad that you just might see something that you didn't want to see or you didn't plan to see, and you feel like that person is not stewarding an awesome platform like social media. Well, the good, the bad, the ugly follows anything that's good, bad, and ugly. That's how life is. That's how this world is set up. So, a lot of people on social media, they hate the information that they're hearing. It can be about racism. It can be about financial literacy. It can be about world health, global warming, war. It can be about, industry. It could be about Wall Street. It could be about the stock market. It can be about LGBTQ, Me Too. It can be about anything. Celebrities, rappers, everybody's getting sick and tired because they feel like things are oversaturated. And they're actually not. Like, I do the research. Like, there's not, the whole entire world is not on social media. Let's just throw that out there. And for the people who are on social media, literally probably 10% of all of the people that are on social media are actively talking about issues, world issues, day-to-day issues, and so I noticed that even recently there's an attack on podcasts. Like people are being upset. Everybody's starting a podcast. All a podcast is, guys, like we got to grow up. All a podcast is the conversations that people used to have in the basement back in the day. People used to have in bars and clubs, or people used to have wherever they chose to meet up at. All it is now is that there's a microphone put in front of it. So we shouldn't be mad that people are just amplifying the conversations they already have been having. For the fact that it already existed, you should have known better. So I feel like sometimes people don't really pay attention to how human beings are, how we're wired. It doesn't matter race, color, creed. Like these things already exist. I think sometimes people don't realize that they think they've achieved this place where like they are comfortable in their skin and they themselves don't find themselves weird and all these things like that. I don't think people realize that there is 8 billion people on this planet. Every single person you meet, there's going to be a trade-off of emotions and feelings and energies and all that different stuff. That's just what's gonna happen. So I just feel like people kind of need to grow up in that regard and stop bashing people for what they use social media for. Like I'm using social media to build my brand, to build as an entrepreneur, to tell my stories, to tell my jokes, to tell my whatever it is, and who's gonna rock with me is gonna rock with me. But it is what it is. So you guys, make sure you check out the Dark Files. I release clips on Instagram. I talk about it on my podcast. I'm putting stuff on YouTube now. I'm putting stuff on LinkedIn now. Soon I'm gonna get a Twitch account, and I'm gonna make this happen. So you guys continue to follow me, man. But this is where we at. We here, baby. Honor Kings and Sons. This is where we at.